She goes, more of a curse than a blessing. I'm sick of having to cover my big boobs to be taken seriously, right? So she's really mad that she's got a set of puppies, right?
Yeah.
And the funny
Real
part
drugs.
is the photo on the article. The guns are completely
out. I know.
We're basically lingerie.
Well, I guess they're like, well, how are people supposed to know that you got the puppies?
Yeah.
She's like, well, I want to cover them up. You're like, it'll get us more clicks if you.
We got it. Yeah. So that's you're right. What you just said is kind of the gist of the whole article, where it's very like, oh, I always got to cover up my puppies because I have to use my puppies to get something. And it's like, even in the article, she's using your puppies to get clicks.
Yeah. They go, yeah, we're not doing this article unless we.
So Mamma Mia, you think there's some chauvinists working at Mamma Mia?
Yeah.
His article turned into a sort of a clickbait thing, but he really likes when the puppies are out. My whole life, I've been undermined by my cleavage. Yes, I see having big boobs in my experience of more of a curse than a blessing. The only time that it's...
Wait, this is the same girl.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Oh, I didn't realize that we were talking about the same chick from last week.
Yeah, we went through all of her articles.
So now she's on the puppies.
Yeah.
Now she goes, I want to be paying for fucking
Yo, sorry,
boyfriend.
I should have been more clear on that.
I didn't realize it's the same girl.
So, my God, Tony did, he went through every one of her articles.
Yeah, okay.
So this is the girl that basically,
Gotcha.
To recap on what she's been up to.
Damn, you know what? With those jobs, she should be charging.
She should be charging. She was giving her boyfriend invoices. She quit her job and then she started giving her boyfriend invoices. Then she goes, why cheating's great. Then she goes, why getting a divorce was great. And then she goes, why I have a restraining order from my new guy from getting all the invoices. Yeah. That was what she's been up to. And now she's saying that like the puppies are causing her problems.
She's prolific though.
She's prolific.
In terms of writing,
when you have big puppies that are so big that it's like bad for your back and stuff, completely fair gripe, right? But her thing is kind of that she liked having big puppies, but now she's in the corporate world. She thinks, oh, it's not fair that I can't show up in a sports bra.
You know what's so funny is she's back in the corporate world.
I guess she's back in the corporate world.
She's like, yeah, you know what? That business of charging my boyfriend money to be my boyfriend wasn't too lucrative. So now I'm back in the corporate world and I got more grievances.
Yeah, because she had a lot of grievances before.
Lots of grievances.
Well, her new grievance, is that in the corporate world, the puppies are causing her problems. But maybe that's how she got the job, is because of the puppies.
Don't tell her that.
Yeah. Well,
you think we hired you for your skills?
Do you think one of her next articles is going to be, I got a restraining order against my puppies?
Yeah. He goes, I'm filing a sexual harassment suit against my boss.
No, against her puppies.
Oh, against the puppies? Maybe.
She wants her puppies up. She goes, you need the puppies to stay within 500 meters of her because they're calling her problem.
This reminds me of, remember the Chappelle Show sketch it was like It's a Wonderful Life, where the girl wishes she didn't have the big boobs at all.
And then they just disappear?
No. And then they go through like the scenario, the alternate reality.
And her life's so much worse.
Her like shit.
Yeah. And she goes, it's less about feeling sexy and more about trying to find a shirt that buttons up and wishing men would stop leering at me.
Yeah,
and then
she didn't use that shirt for the fucking photo.
Did not. Well, that's what she couldn't find.
By the way,
she couldn't find one.
When I said this, I didn't realize, they made her, and you go, no, she picked that photo.
Obviously.
Yeah, I thought there was I didn't realize she was writing this. Yeah, so... so it's not so bad. She's like, oh, weird. This is like the best article I've ever written.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird
right?
how that works.
So she's saying that she's having trouble, finding a shirt that covers up the puppies. And that's why the puppies had to be out in the photo, right? And she says, see, that's the thing about big boobs. It's constantly up to me to police my own body. So she has to be, wee, puppy police. The juggernauts, I think they call those police force.
That's pretty good.
The instead of 5-0, it's the 0-0, and that's two puppies. Is what that is.
It's double.
It's double pups. For some reason, people do not like to comment on other people's physical attributes, and I've experienced the whole gamut of commentary. From matching with men on dating apps, the first thing they said is, "I love your big boobs." Well, that sounds like an Indian man.
Please open.
But to be fair, or to not be fair, I guess, but it's like, I can't imagine that there's that many guys that their first opening line on Tinder is nice tits.
Yeah, those are guys who are like on there to be trolls.
Yeah. Or
they're guys who are like, I've been rejected so much, I'm just gonna.
Or you set your radius to Bangladesh, right?
Yeah. Please open.
Please open. Nice boobs. Yeah. I like your big bobs, is what they said, not
yeah.
boobs. She misspelled that. To feeling men stare at my chest when they're meant to be listening at what I'm saying. Well, you know what? Me and you have this problem sort of too, but we think we should write articles being like, a curse and a blessing, my monster dong. The boys of all the
There is that article with the guy with the huge dong.
Did he say it's a curse and a blessing?
I don't even think he says it's a blessing. It's
but
just
hers aren't like morbidly big either. That's the thing. It's like the guy with a guy with like a 8-incher being like the nightmare of having an
not
8-incher.
only that, but even we'll talk about the guy who
my imprint is not for your
the guy who's
ladies.
like, it is actually making my life a difficulty. That guy has no benefits other than coming on like some fucking morning radio show as like a fucking freak show, right? Whereas she's like, you have benefits in your life every day.
Her boobs aren't that big though.
No, but you also have like tons of benefits from it.
Yeah, but the negatives are all just.
I hate that I get benefits. It's literally like, why are you treating me differently? You go, okay.
Well, she has to police her own body because she's saying that she has to cover up and wear like a shawl over top, or else the guys are going to be ogle.
Yeah.
For some reason, they like to comment. I've always been hyper aware of my chest. I grew up with my mother constantly telling me to cover the boobs up. She'd instruct me to throw on a bra from my early teen years when any male came into the house, even if it was a relative. So she's liked to have the puppies out.
Yeah, let them breathe.
She liked having the puppies breathe, and she was having them, flopping around sort of thing when the relatives are coming over, and she's like, listen, like you're basically naked in front of your grandpa. The things are coming out if you don't mind. So mom was telling her to dress more modestly. Meanwhile, I wanted to embrace the crop top braless trend that my less busty friends are wearing a uniform. So she's kind of saying like she doesn't have the benefit of having like a flat chest that if you wear a shirt, like no one can really see anything.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure every flat-chested women are like, this is the best. I know. Is there anything better than not having breasts? I feel
like
alive.
I feel like that's not having breasts for girls is probably something that like bothers them a lot when you're in like high school when everyone's getting boobs. But I feel like there's plenty of like smoke shows that don't have they're like now. I feel like that. Even I bet you there's like models that are like, the biggest 10 out of 10 model that doesn't have boobs that was like high school was tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
puppies were a huge commodity in high school. I mean, I think of so many girls now that I'm like, that girl's like a 5, but she was pretty high status because she had some gazoombas early on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Those are the rules. But I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Well, a lot of those girls now have like a big everything else as well.
Yeah. And back pain.
Yeah. So she's saying that I've realized that no matter how much I fight against it, I must accept a certain extent that some people will always sexualize me or judge me based on my boobs. And it kind of, I guess, the moral of the story is that people judge what other people look like.
Yes.
So, yeah, but you're right.
You think that just applies only to women?
Well, but the girls are the only ones that they don't understand, like a lot of times the positives and negatives thing. It's like the 10 out of 10 girl being like, how could I be like, it's actually hot. Remember we read that one article?
Yeah,
it's like, it's actually hard to be hot.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's like to be hot when I come in my like lace bra.
And she was not hot. The best part was you do not know what it's like to be a supermodel. And you're like, whoa.
But yeah, you're right. If you're a fucking Adonis of any, gender, I guess male for that one.
Yes.
But if you're an Adonis, like, yes, people are going to potentially sexualize you. And you go...
I mean, there's a real solution to this for her, which is gain 100 pounds.
Gain 100 pounds.
Done.
Her own thing has a solution. She's like, I have to dress modestly at work. I can't show my cleavage. And it was like, okay, don't show your cleavage. She's like, but I want to show my cleavage.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, why do you want to show your cleavage? Like she even said in her article, when she was younger, she goes, I used to like the fact that, I had boobs when I was younger, but now that I'm in the corporate world, I can't show cleavage without guys like thinking, cleavagey things about it.
Yeah, but you're like, if you're in the corporate world, I don't think cleavage is pretty like acceptable in any corporate job.
Well, she's saying other people could wear some suit, and because their boobs are so small, they could show more of their neckline with... No, it's basically like a guy. It's literally a guy with a fucking massive fucking dong being like, I can't wear a Speedo because it pokes out.
Yeah, I can't wear skin tight white jeans.
I can't wear skin.
Work. And you can't wear that anyways.
I can't wear these skin tight white track pants at work, whereas fucking this, Danny Polishuk gets to trounce around in whatever he wants with no imprint to be seen. No one's thinking about his dong, but when I
do it,
when I wear my skin tight Jamaican flag track pants.
It's unfair.
My big boobs also holding me back and participating in some fashion trends. So she has, and guess what? Their small boobs hold them back and participating in some fashion trends.
I like having cleavage.
Take the latest trend of corset tops. If I wear one, it makes my boobs look very big or very full and very big.
What's the problem?
And therefore, it just doesn't feel suitable for occasions like work.
Yeah, because it's a corset to your fucking office job.
When she says, if you have no guns,
No
you
wonder fucking this roller coaster of this chick's life.
But if you're gunless, you can fucking wear whatever you want, and no one's gonna sexualize.
Yeah, because
you.
a corset's not really like a corset. I don't know. It's just a fucking.
It's nothing. Yeah,
it's nothing.
Yeah, it's basically a sports bra for these people. So this girl's quite the whatchamacallit,
Psycho.
Yes, but like ball of good material.
Oh yeah, we might have to make this a recurring segment because she's cranking out so much shit. That, you know.
And we got to keep our eye on this chick. That's for fucking damn sure.
Yeah.
Fellas, this is the New Clips channel. Right now, we're at 3K. Hit us with a subscribe. Let's get those numbers up. Very much appreciated. Let's get to 5K at the very least. All right. Thank you. Peace.